Hey! Happy Wednesday, Ty. How are we? Hang on one sec here. I was just gonna get something booted up here on playlist, and then have a bowl with y'all, eh? See how things are going. Yeah, man. 420 time, or at least it's getting there. Yeah. A couple of things to do with the pages. Yeah, man. Happy Wednesday. How is everybody? Matter of fact, one thing I've been trying to get done here is cleaning out my nail here. Oh, dude. I've been hitting more dabs out of my rig, and thus I've had more reclaim. Shit, man. Hang on here. I'll get something packed up with y'all, eh? Hell yeah. I hope y'all are having a good afternoon. Sec here. One second. Let me get something packed up here. Here we go. Hang on here. I'm gonna get packed up with some blue dream here. Shit. Hang on here, because I'm getting kind of low on the blue. Hell yeah, man. Yeah. It's looking like a beautiful day. Hang on one second here. Just a second. One thing I gotta do. Before I do that, before I can take a bowl with y'all. One thing I gotta do here real quick. To feed the cats. Give me 1 second to feed them. One second to feed them, and I got it again. Here, Beth. Come here. Come here, guys. Hang on 1 minute. Feed these guys, and I got yours. Alright. Now I can go smoke for you. Sorry about that. I gotta get one quick thing done here. There we go. You pack up a bullski with you, see? Stand tall. What if the Democrats are all going and be with the Empire falls? Hang on 1 second here, and I'll be packed. Smoking some Blue Dream right now, yeah. At least that's what I'm about to get packed up in here with it. Hell yeah, man. Oh, it's a smooth flowing afternoon. Yeah. Hasn't really been too much going on, but still trying to keep a course for some things here. Hang on, yeah. Yeah, one moment, because I need to put fresh water in this. That's definitely part of my problem here. Smoke more fresh water. Hang on one moment. Get some fresh water in there. It will be good. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. All right, maybe take put some water in here. All right, but water pressure being funny today. Cheers, y'all. Hey, sorry about that. I just had to fix up my bong here. Think I might take one out of the bong. I don't know if I'll keep hitting out of her today, but I'll take one out of her and see where it goes, yeah? So, let's get one out of the bong, yeah? Cheers. Woo. Woo. Holy shit. Oh. Oh. Holy shit, man. Just sitting here chilling, man. Get myself on beat with the afternoon. Oh. God. Let me see something, guys. I gotta grab some of my books. Yeah? God. That one wants to knock my dick in the dirt. Holy shit, man. Holy man. Good shit. We got 8 minutes till 20. Shit, man. Just working on some flash work. Matter of fact, I'm doing a little bit more research today. I had to find my books and my papers and all that stuff. And what I'm going to do, I clean the reclaim out of this thing. I'm going to get this back up and going too. Here we go. Got the dragon egg fired up. Cheers, y'all. Shit's tasty. God, that shit's tasty. And I'm starting to pack up a little stockpile of reclaim too. Plus, I've been hitting this dabber. Shit, dude. This thing's been getting a little bit of use out of it. This thing I like, man. You get that whole area heated up and it just splashes it around and gets a good burn on your dabs. Shit. So yeah, I'm kind of getting a lot of my dab equipment set up. I've been having this inside of this setup here with my my reclaim catcher. Shit. Which I've got a little bit from in there. Oh yeah. Yeah, working on transitioning myself back more into just dab hits. Shit. I notice when I take dabbers, not only does that seem to fix all the cravings, but hey, it's healthy, right? My problem is my torch. It's spewing, but there's nothing coming out of there. So, as difficult as it may be, I know it's still possible to, let me see here, put that on there. And we're going to use a lighter for this shit, yeah. It'll work. It'll take a little bit, but it'll work. Good for low temps. And ultimately, I'm surprised for, once again, low temps, and thinking I'd have to put that on there for a while. Didn't have to put it on there very long. Oh, it's tasty, though. Love that whole spinner rig setup. Yeah, dude. Also, what I need to do... Oh, is this still functioning? I thought it needed to charge. Maybe it's still functioning. There we go. Yeah, man. Guess you could say we're taking some hits up until the 420. Shit, man. Cheers, eh? You pick it up. Cheers, eh? That one was tasty. I'll take another one here at the 20. Yeah. And that's that's helped me clean all the shit out of my lungs. Wow, man. Oh, hell yeah. Shit. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Hmm. Let's see here. And check for the 20. Right on. Hey! Jedi! BP, welcome as well. Shit, man. We're just counting down to the very minute we're at now. Hell yeah. I'm just getting a little bit of work done in the papers. Cheers, y'all. Happy 420 and a good afternoon. BP, Jedi, Ty. Hell yeah. We are mega medicating today. Just sticking on the dab rig. Yeah. Just doing some clean hit dabs. Not really stressing my lungs out with doing too many moot bowls. Shit, trying to stay off that today. So yeah, weed and dabs where it's at. Shit. Hell yeah. Cheers to y'all. Hey, thank you, BP. Likewise. BP, Jedi, Ty, cheers, y'all. Very good to see y'all this afternoon, eh? That one was a little bit temped down, but no worries. Felt smoother on the lungs anyway. Yeah, man. Once again, working on getting myself more off the whole nicotine thing and more onto just kind of weed. It's gonna be hard, but we got this. Fucking cheers to y'all, eh? Very good to see y'all tuning in this afternoon. Shit. Pardon me if I'm still kind of getting myself around. That's kind of why I kind of find myself a little bit out of it today. But nonetheless, we're getting our shit together. Oh, yeah, one thing I think we need is a cup of coffee real quick. Stronger cup of coffee. Hang on. I'm out. I'm out. Get us a stronger cup of Java going. This. A bit of creamer. One sec here. I'll be right back at the desk with you. I just need to see here where sugar and grind some of this up real quick to put in the coffee. We'll be good to go. And yeah, let me just prepare a cup of Java. Alright, we're good. Hell yeah. Hey, Ty. Thank you for asking. Oh, we're just sitting here chilling. Seeing what all we can get done for the day for productivity wise. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, man. See what we can get done in the books. Have some good vibes. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, one of the things I'm doing here is getting a little bit of flash work done out. Yeah. One second here. Let's see here. Do a little bit of studying. Shit, man. How are y'all this afternoon? I hope everyone's doing good. Yeah. Ooh. They're playing all the good ones in the playlist. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, shit. It's checking out some music. Checking out some music, checking out the papers. Seeing the flow of things for the day, yeah? Shit. My mind is an open highway. Like to wave, can give me one nice ride on the sunset sky. One second here. Shit. This one that I'm working on is where a lot of my flash work came to play. All my cloud designs, all my kind of swirl designs, my backgrounds. I'm working on a depiction in my own translation here of something called a Jun Unryu. And it's one of those samurai depictions murals. Hmm. So I'm seeing how, doing my research and seeing how that project is planning out. Once again, a lot of the small flash work that I've been doing actually went into this piece of what I'm doing here now. A lot of the backgrounds, those cloud swirls, posings, stuff like that. Yeah. So as far as such, I think that sounds like today's work. Let's see here, because I do need to get me another pencil, because that one there is broken to shit. My mind is an open highway. It's on the freeway, getting get you on. That's right, the sunset sky. Oh shit! Shit ton of lead in there. Okay. Stock this up in my other pencil here real quick. So pardon here. Need to prepare some of my instruments before I actually get this work done. There we go. There we go. Now I got that shit straightened out. So now I actually know where my shit is. Go Tim, brother. Welcome. How are we, brother? Good to see you. Yeah. I hope it's a good afternoon. Just seeing how we're gonna start our books here for the day. That one is a little bit traced over, so I'm gonna flip that paper over. Yeah, man. Getting a clear view of the books for the day. How are we all? Yeah. Hell yeah, cheers. Let me see here. I took me a dabber off this thing not too long ago, but I might have another dabber with y'all, eh? Devil in my details, I swear it's getting harder. Even just to excel, to get you. Every time it takes mine. Hang on here, I'm gonna try to lighter start this thing again. Like walk beside me till you feel it's worth. It take me a little bit, but no worries. Did it once, I can do it again. Cheers. Hell yeah. Cheers. Oh man, that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah. What's this here? Oh, let me see. Right on. That one hit me nice. That one hit me really nice. Cheers, cheers to Yali. Yeah. Ah, shit. I'm just seeing what the afternoon calls for. I thought I got better. Maybe I did. Falling free through the final barrier. And softly when what was that? Annabelle. Annabelle. I hear that cat clanking around in here somewhere. I just can't see her. Let's see. Get that out of my way. The stage is a prison, beautiful nightmare, war on attrition. Take what I'm getting, deepest incisions. Thought I got better, and maybe I didn't. Hold on, getting there with this. Yeah, man. I think one of the things I need to do here is practice with a rib cage. Yeah, man. Oh, couple of bouts of line work. I think we should have it here. Shit, man. Well, need to craft out some things too. Hell yeah, man. Alright. Working on this rib cage here. Alright. Work the details of the rib cage out and go from there. Yeah, man. Once again, time consuming work, but we got this. Yeah, Bell. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Baby, yes, I thought the world ain't getting much. Hurt this to a building and falling apart. Back everything again. And then was never there. Silly, I can't handle knowing. So up in the air, I thought the world ain't getting much. Till I heard this to a building and falling apart. Back everything again. This could be the end. This could be the end. This could be the end. This could be the end of all that's all I can say. Little time has gone away. It all back anyway. I'll glue it all back anyway. The sparrow flying drops down a couple feet on me. The wind that still remains, but I'm left breathless anyway. Not the world anymore. March, everything's still about dark. But we still again. Trying to plot out muscle points here. Once again, biceps, six packs, things like that, and just get a flow of muscle shapes. So it might take me just a little bit here. minute. Let's see something. So where's this idea? Yeah, I need to do a little bit of research because there is a depiction called Ju Unryu, but there's also another depiction of there's also another depiction called the Chojun, and both of these pieces are very similar. So I'm trying to see. Yeah, the idea of the Chojun is this angular figure breaking into water. Oh, hang on a minute, y'all. Well, give me just a minute before I do this idea, y'all, because I actually have to help Mom carry in groceries. She's just about to pull in here. Give me just a minute, and I'll help her with that, and I'll start from there. Hang on just 1 minute, y'all. That should take care of a couple of things. I'll be trying to go out again, so. Alright.
So we can start with firstly, and basically any second one, really want to sort of what is going to look like a bit more time in is sketch drawings. Yeah, so I think I just hope that answers the question, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get us another one of these, eh? Mm. I can't believe this thing. It sounds like it's spewing fluid. Mm. Yeah, the igniter is like broken or some shit. Let's do it this way again. This time, so I can get that stuff melted on the side.
We are choosing to invest in real childhood with all its laughter, its friendships, creativities, mistakes, discoveries, all of those things that have been. This is not just a win for the state of New York. This is a win because we are creating a model for the rest of the country.
What the hell is this?
Every night that
Interrupting my shit. Hell yeah.
Shaving off those off there. So that's how you could say we probably try to do it.
Let me see something.
Obviously, the plants it's happened, so you have to be.
See something. Ooh. Ooh, hell yeah. Alright.
This is a full body suit.
See. So,
We very close. You still got some. I think I got fascinated by what he does. And then I slowly started studying Japanese. Pretty Japanese. In my past, this one. And then I got sick of one.
fine. The kid's got a full fucking bodysuit going.
And then
Shit.
oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. And right. So yeah. And I got the point of view. Oh, yeah, that's right. You see, this represent on screen. Japan. Yeah, decided to get to Serenity, yes. So excited.
Here's someone to design these rocks, the placement of them, and see where they go.
So, tacos.
What do I do now? So if it goes up here, point out.
Ankles, wrists, and because of the shoulders.
Thing is, I know a little bit about the fine points of this style. Ultimately, I'm trying to learn what the visions in mind is supposed to be as you're doing the line work.
Which is kind of strange. They're both very common, but yeah, I think they kind of choose my life in Jakarta. Started on TV, so it's already got a bunch of people. So nice. You know how you'll kind of feel these songs like wrapping around, and it's like part of this wave type of thing.
Is that too? Just sent you here to kill me.
Direct down over here. And kind of just form some shape. Going this way.
It was these bits that we got into the side, and then when these bits on top.
Yeah! Hang on, man. Hang on. Alright, Bubba.
That's so cool. Straight off. So yeah, they try to make it fun to look at. Yeah, so this unit was already here, so now I have to prioritize him. So I think she's going to stick out a little bit. Obviously, that's the bottom line. So that Tiki is probably the take off. And I'm going to leave some skin lines through there. So we shaded it, and I'm going to leave this little bit floating. So when I'm done with this whole area, the Mickey, the unit will kind of like be sitting half off the base, like off on the base kind of thing. We had was to previous Mickey down to get this little right in it. But that makes the Mickey needs to go down much lower. And the Mickey should not be able to come close.
Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I'm back.
So yeah, that's fine.
Just had to.
Yes,
Deal with it.
Like some people who get pretty much exactly like this. What happened once to the way that he was above that part. So like a stain on the kind of state, that's what the part is. Yeah, so you always need the frame of the it's just like the final touch.
Now, number one is what he just said.
So stay on the kind of state, that's what that little part is. But yeah, so you always leave medium or one sound. You can even kind of the frame of the art. It's just like the final touch. That's why it's gene to mystery.
Yeah, man. Designing the Makiri. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man.
So today it was kind of a short session, like 3 hour session, and we were able to start on his left side.
Hell yeah.
Started this morning, there was no shading on the side.
Yeah, dude, this dude's getting a full body. He's showing all the way up the legs, looking all the way up the sides.
We jumped on the next one.
I believe
What's going on? So, really explain a little bit.
this has been a couple part process.
I don't see the code yet.
Like what this guy does is he'll have somebody come in, brush up on a piece, and then he'll do a couple more posts of different work, other people that have, you know, gone before, and then kind of go through a cycle of step by step. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's something else. This quote is another example. It's anyway, so this machine was to get spectrum down. So this is the water. This is all the stuff inside this water. Right. And then for 6, 8 times.
Right on.
Six, eight, onto the right side of the game. And then got some legs kind of flipping over its chin and kind of scoops up. I don't know why you might think there's nothing up going that way, there's nothing coming down this way. But this way. Yeah, so I was just checking away. Sesh, was it next week or the following week? It's something next week, and so I will go away. I'm sure we'll probably discuss it next Saturday and see what we're going to go. So I might jump up at the site. So yeah, we kind of channeling into this concept, so it might be fun to stay tuned and to see the progress. We got the list. That's
That was cool. You know, something a little bit on soccer.
everyone says you can't or respect.
Oh, fuck.
This all much. What it says, WC. They offer accredited degrees in finance, HR, business management, marketing, accounting, IT, and even healthcare management. Learn more today.
What's going on? Thanks. There we go. Goodness gracious.
So today's mission is free. Anyway, once you know people free, you know, there's a lot that goes on. There's a like open and just really enough to look someone to trace my life. Make sketches on the screen with a little text.
Oh, yeah. See, this dude has to get in the whole rough of this piece. Etched out on, like, skin with pen before he even starts the ink work. Composing, putting the pieces of that piece, let's say, together. There. Huh. Huh. Good. Yeah, here's the background with that piece. Yeah, so right now they're actually deciding what pens would color code certain things for a piece. That's the next part of the system I gotta get figured out. Shit. Color code things, let's say I might use might use like some colored pencils. Here's that sweet strong coffee. Yeah, I get myself stronger coffee.
There we go.
One second.
Yeah, so, I really should be writing back my notes on.
Copy. Now we get to go. That's actually I need to work on. It's my cloud styles. Yeah. I can't do some different cloud designs and seeing if I can bring those two with my work. So once again, man, if I may chat about it while I'm over here for a second, pardon me if it's a little bit between progress takes. There's a lot of composing pieces like this. There's a lot of elements to make sure that are all flowing correctly together. Hell yeah. This guy. Yeah, that piece is fucking beautiful. Closest thing to a modern day trained fucking samurai. Let me go back here for a second. Toyama Kagamoto. Yeah. Yeah. One of the first modern day kind of men that literally have that title. It's a samurai lord, even still. I find that shit fucking badass. We're talking like modern times. Shit, dude. Had this whole Sakura Urizumi piece on him. Yeah, man. let's say just like American traditional tattoo might have its respective roots and where it came from. So does this, very beautifully so.
We're quite busy and we don't have chances like this today to practice. Yes,
Actually, I'll be flying out by
to be
then.
able to practice my freehand stuff. As an artist or
So that freehand element, yeah, that's another reason why I keep fucking around here in the books.
practice as much as you can.
You just said practice as much as you can.
In a sense of putting time in the I tend to draw good. It's like more creativity comes out of your body. Make it fun. Try to practice different types of ways as well. Just wanted to hold on at the end of the video. This is Tatsuki. I film and edit everything, and as a collective, we just want to say thank you to all the subscribers.
No.
Just
Right now we've got two other people working with him. One goes by the name of Tatsuki and the other one, he told me.
And we're getting a lot of comments and support from everyone. So again, we just wanted to thank you, and hope you guys look forward to the next set of videos. Okay.
Oh shit. That, I have no idea what that says, but it's historical look at different, let's see. Okay. Not a lick of English in this one. Alright, so that's just what I want. I wonder how many samples of tattoo work here. Whoa! Dude, that shit looks like a fucking painting. Come on. What the fuck, man? Yeah, boy. Go back to his first video.
I don't just scribble artwork.
Yeah, man.
I translate what they have in their minds. So when they go to the body, I'm like, okay, what the points.
Oh, them dabs are driving me nuts, too.
I practice traditional Japanese tattooing. Well, I've been tattooing for almost 20 years now. And started in Japan. I was heavily influenced.
What did you say, 20 years?
I was there.
Shit, dude.
I was exposed to more traditional tattoos, and I got me more into it. And then, the first few years were quite challenging as an apprentice. I was learning how to draw, learning the trade, learning how to lines. Yeah, I fell in love with the Japanese culture and the ways over there. And yeah, that's when I decided to put on to Australia. Way back in the day, the client
I see.
It might be season. It's got a second to visit that artist in spring. It's not a lot of reference in the checkbox. And it's her. He or she
The research flags.
So it's quite through. So basically,
Help them lips go
there's
down.
history and there's lots of symbols in regards to traditional Japanese art.
They also, in direction.
So this client Kimito was born in the year of the bull. So we decided to put a big ball on his back piece, which is the biggest canvas on his body. And to emphasize the ball, for the season, usually Japanese artwork exists in 4 types of season. So the summer, you have your pyramids, and then for the spring, you have the cherry blossoms, and then your autumn, you have the red leaves, and then for winter, you have the chrysanthemums. And we've decided to make this piece an autumn piece. Yep, and so besides
Who's going into explaining how the seasons and things like that affect pieces like this?
It's from down lower or water.
Yeah,
So if you look carefully underneath the ball, you have water here, and this thing here is called a namazu, which is called a catfish. And if you turn around a little bit, so turn on here, and it's a dragon turtle. And if we come towards the other side, it has a koi here. And then underneath the koi, there's a little bog down the bottom. So from his waist down, it's all water splashing around with water items. And then we get up towards the top from his waist up. It's sky theme from here upwards. So I decided to put 2 yogai here in the middle of his stomach. So this is called a nirevana. And on the other side, we have it's called a kampa, which is the mystical creature as well. And up the top, on his chest and his arms, we decided to put masks. And these masks come in sets. This one here is called Tengu. This one here is called Karasu Tengu. And they're a pair.
Oh yeah.
So that's why we decided to put a pair on the side of his body. And over on the other side, this is a Hanya, and this is a Oni. And these guys are set as well. So we decided to put these guys over this side of his body. Usually, the traditional artwork has to hide under clothing. And it's like different types of traditional clothing where they based the tattoo so you can still hide under the clothing and you can still have fun with the tattoo. So, Kenta's piece in general, we've decided to do half sleeve and half pants, which is called Hansode and Hansabo. And this gap in the middle, it's called Nuevali. So there's different ways you can finish the Mickey, how the bodysuit sits on the client's body. For example, if this came across like this, and if all this was filled in, this would be called Donburi. And you won't have the body, but we've decided to put the body in the middle. And obviously, this is to the goal, the fifth way, which is a half sleeve in English. They can come down to about here, which is called shibu, which is like a 3/4 sleeve in English. And they can also come down to about here, which is called kubu, which is a full sleeve. And it'll go through the leg as well, it's the same. So we've decided to cut it here because it's half huntsable, short pants kind of thing. And then this can also come down, it's sort of here, or it can just come down to here. So there's different sizes in regards to bodysuits. Yeah.
Working on different angles, etching out different designs here for this. The reason why it's taking me a little bit of studying and a little bit of etching at the pages here is because I'm kind of studying some different ideas along with incorporating those ideas into this. The actual steps that go into planning a piece like this. Sure, I could just slap things down on paper, but actually theme a piece and know what goes together.
I get them to come back and we have a sit down and we talk about the drawing. And then after that, once they have a look at the drawing, then they can find it.
Yeah, man.
And then that's how it starts. The clientele helps me grow. Without my clients, I'm not a tattoo artist. I don't think I'm a tattoo artist. I think I'm a tattooer. And the way I grow is to be like, okay, with the clients. Yeah, it's quite important for me to be conscious of this. It's not how I just scribble artwork on people's body. I translate what they have in their mind from my hands onto their body. Yeah, I cater for the clients. Yeah, for my clients. Good afternoon, this is your captain speaking.
No.
I have no idea. Where is the world?
What is this? Oy vey, man. I have to find some different research here. Okay, that's the name of the game for the day. Researching and a little bit of flash work done. Oh, what's this?
This is the traditional art of Tabori tattooing. The method was developed in Japan, where the tattoo is applied with a bamboo or metal tool with a group of needles attached to the tip. This method takes longer than modern tattooing, but it's a much less painful process, as the artist can control the needle pressure by hand. The colors in the Tabori tattoo are also much richer and vibrant, as the technique produces less scarring on the skin. It actually looks quite relaxing. And just look at these results. This is the traditional art of Tabori tattooing. The method was developed in Japan, where the tattoo is applied with a bamboo or metal tool with a group of needles attached to the tip. This method takes longer than modern. Storytelling productions get done. Giving the organization, everyone needs to talk to her.
It's nice meeting. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Like I said, just get a little bit of research done.
If you're Japanese, it's like once you start using electricity, you've already sold out, right?
Tattoos really reflect the personalities. Japanese are very
Oh yeah.
person. What you see is what you get. This tattooing a dragon. It's a dragon, you know, and it's a huge dragon. It's a
Oh yeah.
The tattoo about the history and the
What
culture.
on?
He was the bridge between America and Japan. He put out books. He's done plays and out shows. He's got museum investigations. He worked some fatigue, blood, sweat, maybe some tears, but he must persevere.
It was around 54 Japanese.
Amen to it.
Some of that too can understand a little bit about it. Everything he does. I think
Right on.
traditional rules and embracing those to create his own style. I think we're towards that next level.
Right on.
To me, it's just inspirational. As far as them in America being ambassadors for Japanese tattooing, I don't think too many people.
That is fucking inspirational, man. Creativity is fucking peak. Yeah.
Taki works in more pared down, bolder style Japanese tattoo. Solid color, solid background, a real clean line. He doesn't have red and gold. That's the same. I'm not like a very small guy, I'm not a super detailed guy. I just want my pieces tattooed. Maybe part of this is being raised in America and my love for American traditional, but I love the boldness and the simplicity of American traditional. And I'm trying to find a balance there because I like that power.
Fuck yeah.
When we petitioned to bring original here, we got him an 01 visa, which is a person that's starting out. I felt like it was something exciting for taxing him. He was such a powerhouse of energy and art, but whatever he did, he was good at it. He has so much to say. I think in 5 lifetimes, you're going to buy out of art.
There's definitely a mystique around it. And I feel like that mystique doesn't go away once you start getting tattooed. I feel like it builds.
When you look at a tomo tattoo, it's got bright colors, crisp lines. It's
Oh, yeah.
powerful.
Shit, man.
A few influencers in the world, like original is definitely one of them. It's a lot different. Yeah, I don't talk all of it. It's good. I like that sound. Oh, yeah. He really does that to his older brother because I'll constantly pester him those questions. Can you look at this drawing and that sort of thing?
They are intertwined. I feel like they need each other. They just have that kind of chemistry.
That project is not to you about it. You know, up to the very good suit of those. If that's when you want to come my daughter with it, they will do that. I'm going to strip the soda. Or that's what you told about. Growing up as Japanese American, there was a calling, a romanticism, a desire to know more about Japanese tattooing. When I was in junior high, high school time, I started reading the Tattoo Time by Ed Hardy. That's when I first saw the work of Published 3. I don't think Japanese tattoo will ever have a good impact that Published 3 has had on the world.
Amen to that, dude.
He's Ed Hardy of Japan. Taki and Morikawa, the press.
Or you should get some signature work.
Experiences you could have. Japanese tattooing is one of the great tattoo art forms. It has a foundation, tradition. So that's always going to give it a backbone and more soul. It's going to make it timeless. We try to do as much as we can where the whole suit tells a cohesive story. このは道場でそのぜひそれが王さん取りをして王さんジャケットの瞬間になって最後にはこの王さんの取り金お部屋にある金なんですけどその中に隠れた He obeys enough of the traditional rules and then breaks enough of them so it creates his own style.
Right on. See that right there. Following enough of the traditional guidelines for the traditional, but then breaking enough of them to create your own style. That's something I'm trying to learn. Through all of this type of sketching and studying and all of it.
I think the origin of anti-tattoo censorship in Japan has to do with the fact that the government in certain parts of history used it to mark criminals. Here we have this art form that is loved by everyone all over the world except the Japanese people. I think it's very important for me as a tattooer to get some sense of knowledge to apply it. And I think as part of Japanese tattooing, like it's a necessary requirement. The samurai that I chose for Garrett's back was Musashi Benko. He's an actual real historical figure. And he's said to be really big. Garrett's a big guy, and I've always kind of felt that tattoos should sort of fit and reflect the person that they're on. And so when he asked about doing it back, like, you know, what I think what you do, thank you. So I thought it was a perfect fit. And you know, I'll get jealous.
There we go.
I want to, this, want to film from that side before. Oh.
Okay.
It's circles that, you know, like we spend all our time together, we travel together, together. In a lot of ways, but maybe we are very much like the traditional Japanese tattooers, where a lot of times the lives were involved in mixing ink. You know, you work as a team. He helps with everything around here.
As a shop, I feel like it's
There we go.
but we kind of offer
Holy shit.
even women that don't get tattoos that get their eyebrows done by me feel like it's a very relaxed environment. It's an open space. So I feel like it's a community-based tattoo environment where people are still hanging out and having a good time. Every time that I come in to get tattooed, I feel like I'm gonna take away something else from it, you know.
What kind of two pieces? One in the front of this, one in the back.
I was only looking about it. I actually made her come back a week later to make sure that she really was serious about it.
Small things like that. Showed me like, wow, he respects his craft today. I'm not gonna mess around with him if he's not as serious about it.
When we looked at State Grace in 2002, I was still fairly young. I was given a golden opportunity. And I remember even asking, like, well, how am I going to learn how to do this Japanese stuff? Like, there's so much to it. And he was like, well, that's what I'm here for. And that's what a master teaches an apprentice. 初めて東京をお伺いになったのが98年、東京で、スクラッチアーティストで働いてた時に、彼が遊び。でも、最初はその時に、こういう先生のですね、
Word straight from Horomacho himself. Horomacho and Hori both said different shit.
なんか面白いやつだなと思って。変わっている。I remember when Horitomo first
What the
went
shit?
from Moscow, he became Horitomo and joined the family and stuff for senior apprentice. I think the human side of me was a little bit worried and slightly jealous because we all knew of Washoe, even in America, but we all knew my reputation.
Oh yeah.
The TV spit. Horitomo I think like 10 years before he met Horioshi. But here's the guy that established his whole career in American traditional tattooing. And then he's starting from scratch. He wanted to go to the top. So he apprenticed with one of the greatest Japanese tattooers that are living now. And he took what he learned from him and just added his own flavor to it. Yeah, he's doing things that nobody's really done yet.
24 year with and
Just get your waiting list.
people that just home,
Or how to first first actually, you know, that it's nothing good for you. It's like a bicycle. You go to the same place. You go off of it. Yeah. So one thing I you know, love the middle of our so that I don't really that help or want that. Fine.
Yes.
To walk and stop and get this.
And that's
It's
okay. Oh yeah.
also busted and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I started just asleep and remembrance of my brother.
Holy shit, this dude.
There's something mixed about that. I think in one sense, like I felt this profound sense of honor that I was part of the legacy of something larger than myself. At the same time, there's a weight of that, there's responsibility. I was often asked early on, why would you just started tattooing? You know, why wouldn't you want someone more experienced? And I think that the question and answer is all there. He wanted somebody that was moldable, and also he was looking to go global with his family. I think it was more or less Orio's liaison for the rest of the world because Taki could be Orio's voice. My time with her, she became somewhat of an abrupt end. Shortly after I watched my father die of cancer, and just emotionally and responsibility wise, I just couldn't do it anymore. And I've been criticized for that from some people, such as the world, so never to my face, of course. You know, my answer is like, well, if you've served 10 years in a family, and maybe we can discuss it. In Japan, they would have an apprentice, and that apprentice owed you until the end of your life. You gave them a life, a way to provide for them and their family, then they have to provide for you. As far as for I told myself, I think we had just developed this bond of friendship and we were already working together out here in America together. And so it's kind of natural that we'd stay out here. To be an artist in a country where most people first, you know, like we were all degenerates, you can be locked up, you couldn't be allowed to do what you're doing. You know, it's tough. 俺しとして日本での俺しとしてのこれから自分の未来だってあまり良くないと思う。それで、さっき言ってまして、伝えたら、 心よく今日のビザのサポートをしてくれることを約束する。それでお世話になっている3代目の弟子先生の方を調べるのはちょっと申し訳ないあったんだけど、弟子をやめて、みたいに。One thing inherent in the Japanese learning structure there is a sense of tradition and breaking. I think with all tattooing, learning your master style, in the hopes that you'll sort of go to create your own role later. Enough how honored to have been chosen to curate such a monumental exhibit. Perseverance is the closest English translation of the Japanese word Didnt. Every tattooer in the world, every client with Japanese tattoo knows that feeling, that chugging along through the pain, we work through the fatigue, blood, sweat, maybe some tears. But really, Japanese tattoos must be earned and we must persevere. About 5 years ago, I very interested in doing so about Japanese tattooing. This was something that we felt that no, we did both.
It was groundbreaking for the Japanese because tattooing is so taboo.
The general perception of tattoos in Japan is that they're criminal. 僕がもともと92年、3年始めた時に、もちろんアンダーグラウンドにあまり温泉入れない。もうちょっと雰囲気ができ2015, they've arrested people using that law. And so he feels that's all the more reason that when he's out here, they make the louder warnings. 日本の別には、日本の国の柱とか、日本文化、アメリカで広めることを僕の使命としてやっていこう。これは書いてて、ここに別にが入ってきた。本物だ。本物だと僕の多くの人が日本の入れ墨に興味ない。
No one's alive. I'll stay hanging out for a while.
Artist, correct. Come on down and make some memento mori memorable.
Watch the kill count really creep. Oh yeah. Get down to business. Yeah, man. Once again, I do hope everyone's having a good afternoon. Hell yeah, dude.
Well, Raycons are the perfect fit this holiday season. That's all. They're updated everyday earbuds, active noise cancellation, and multi-point connectivity. That's on top of the 32-hour battery life. Work it out with the sound. And Raycon and any choice for years, whether I'm traveling, working, or exercising. Wow. For Sprinkles. But you don't need that to get great more Raycons. You can go to buyraycon.com/W for the holiday. 5% off supply. Buyraycon.com
There.
for up to 25% off.
Bring this. Oh, shit.
Not
Fucking beautiful.
so. Kills the least way on the house. Let's find out. Guy named Eric, restaurant in San Bernardino. Quiet little mountain. It's like air and space. There's the day when it's one way of ground. House of fog just to film a stranger bird. It's interesting. It's like a lumberjack. You know, Aaron doesn't find anything. Used to think the guy might be anything. So, let's Aaron today. Body.
What the fuck?
Takes him into the cabin. He's going to sick. He has cancer. The doctor said he wants to live. His wife cancer was pregnant for the first time.
Oh my god.
Friendships.
Go the fuck away.
That situation was unborn topic. And agrees to do it. Boy, that folks smile like this. Hey, I want to take a drop. Hey, walk around this incredible picture. Hold on. But Joseph seems to have a strange way of loving Aaron.
Shit, this movie was so fucking awkward. One of those ones you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck is this horror movie and why the fuck is it a horror? Oh, God. Horror's really slashed out into different categories, no pun intended. Like, seriously, dude. You got shit like the Creek movie, with its fucking odd weirdness, random shit. But then you got shit like Blood and Honey, that just goes for a wacky take on, let's say, a classic. And they made a movie Mousetrap all the way back when that Disney shit first started 6 months ago. Shit. Oh, man. Hell yeah.
But Pizza Bit actually took dozens.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, man. This movie is nuts. Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude.
Now we have the victims and all our favorite horror movies and so how they were made. I'm taking things and today we were once again looking at Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
Released in 1988. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is exactly what it sounds like. Sloppy 80s people without by aliens look like clowns. Sometimes it's hard to define exactly what a movie is, but there's no mistaking Killer Clowns film. In fact, I'd say it's king of the beat. Covered this movie on New Year's Day 2018, back when I was but the last. It's a classic kill contest. So many people still love it, but I want to give some respect up so we can upgrade. So for the crap that comes to make. Also, the count itself can be supervised. I'll know what I'm talking about. Killer Clowns is the brainchild of Stephen, Charles, and Edward Yoder, three brothers who special effects work is the source of many a classic scene. It's starring large bars and big adventure. They did stop motion for Elf and a bunch of episodes of The Simpsons. They designed puppets and animatronics for Ernest Scared Steven to American Wolf Police. They're the guys who created the Predator. We saw him covered on it out last year. Steven Spielberg directed and co-wrote the film with Charles Spielberg, and both of them co-produced alongside youngest brother.
Let's go down there. Oh, down here.
They've been making short films with stop motion their entire lives, from middle school to college and beyond.
That stops.
So, with their friends and family, and still finds an earnestness and a rough edge to experiment that only adds to its charm and appeal. This movie is a great example of what you could pull off with small budget but boundless creativity. While the brothers had near complete creative control of the movie, they only had a budget of $2 million. That's not a lot to make a top-heavy science fiction film with a bunch of monsters, but they managed to do it by calling in favors from people who enjoyed their work. The resulting homemade freaking movie is such a movie, and I mean that in the best of ways. It's colorful but dark, cheap but aggressive, big expert with constant clown gags. Clowns are clowns. They're clowning all over the place. The tone is perfect, with wacky lines delivered in over-the-top ways, but at the same time, the people's great. This movie knows exactly what it wants to be, and succeeds thanks to both the effects and the cast. Especially Grant Kramer as Mike. He was such a stupid little guy. Sometimes it feels like he's always making fun of us audience for this language. It's circus bizarre. But what really sells the movie is the plot. They're fantastic, but scary and funny at the same time. No wonder they become cult classic characters. During the Halloween Horror Nights many times, but Spirit Halloween was animated in video, which Chelsea and I will definitely stream when it comes out on June 4th. So be sure to subscribe to Dead Meat Presents for that. I love Killer Clowns. I know many of you do too. I can't wait to get enough of those. How many kills will come one, come all? Oh, hey, Dora. Hey, bud. You're back. You couldn't steal from the kill concept? What? Oh, no. Just understand it. See, here's the thing. Father's Day is coming up. Look, Father, now. Congratulations. Yep. I could see the battle that was going on. I would say, or gift. So, sure. You know that Father's Day doesn't mean I get a gift for every dad I know, right? Let's get them. The dad can thank for the kids. They've been together so long, Okay, I guess with today's sponsor, Manscaped, anyone can get a great gift on the perfect gifts for dads everywhere. Yes, kids, I know I have a lawnmower 520. Every time I'm there, it's the lawnmower. Like that compact base saver, which is equipped with a and a long hair leveler, which helps dads up to 3 days of growth.
Holy shit.
Designed and rechargeable battery with indicator light when it gets low. It's a breeze to keep the razor clean and ready to go for every trip. Plus, there's the Weed Whacker 2.0 to help dads tackle all those unwanted ear and nose hairs. That'd be great for you. Hey. And of course, there's also the beard hanger for trimming, the Shears 3.0 for the elder. That's all great. I love it all. But what am I? Well, you. And all our viewers are getting 20% off plus free international shipping. You did that. I did. You too. It's the same thing. Yeah. Promo code 20. How many kills will come one, come all for this 3-ring recount? Let's find out. Greatest title song. This iconic theme performed by the Didnt was written by frontman Leonard Phillips, based solely on the film hits the label it's written by the sound of pressing both California. Probably everyone's at the top of the world. They got spot for young lovers like Chuck Tobacco and Ben Stone. Unfortunately for all the hot lips, they're about to get pulled down by a couple of dirty ice cream. Bozos are Richard Paul's house best friends from school. Their popularity does not extend. Yeah. After they leave, Mike and Debbie get back their inflatable bird. The friends there, no one thinks about it. They get a sound like this.
Hell yeah.
My dog want to make that sound. But as soon as she sees a shooting star, she'd rather go find where it landed. Sorry, dude. I know you're trying to get with it. Let's go with it. I'm not.
Find it, Mr. Adventure.
Dude, Killer Clowns was such a wacky movie. It's shit. Talk about a zany brand of like horror humor. Oh shit. Yo, how are we, brother? Shit. Just chilling. See what's all going on around the tubes today. Oh, shit. See what's all going on. Get a little bit of work done here in the pads. Yeah. Hold a second. Hell yeah. How are we, brother? Let's see here, yeah.
So-called power reference to the crowd chamber of the living planet. It takes them off. This ain't no circus. This ain't no carnival. This ain't no theater either. Welcome to a spaceship. Concerned about fights or was it? I never seen you like this before. Have you? There's some
No.
like homosexuals.
Oh, shit.
One of those off. Seriously, man, do you even know how much of a little hassle you sound like? No. I'm ready to get set there outside the right now.
Holy shit.
Mike's optimism helps a lady like sugar. And he discovers the red face of the they had from a clown named Luke. Mike recognizes Frank Joe Bombard. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Content films have course.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This movie was a fucking gem.
That's right. It's time to prove this time, baby. Nothing could go wrong. Like a dead man just get away. Not before this full of profit. A lot of explaining. Like scratching balloon dogs. Oh, I'm sorry. Not just get out of the water. Most expensive property for the film, costing $7,000.
What the shit? My goodness. That prop cost $7,000.
No, Toys R Us. See my the balloon dogs. They got balloon, but they did need to go to Russian Lake to prevent it from being popped by tiny fish. Wow, pounds left and right off the windshield.
What the shit?
20 minutes in, the clowns are already having their dumpy asses to town. They can use it. The music of Killer Clowns is a crucial ingredient to its art. It was done by John Lasar. He got dozens of other potential composers. The demo score set to see what like a dead person in the spaceship. The story continues to champion the movie to this day. Those music from the upcoming video game, putting on live concerts of the film. We covered them back in 2018. We met someone for the first time out. So you can thank and or blame John Lasar, this guy. To enlist the help of present code spines. Unfortunately, that includes Sergeant Curtis Moon. Got both of them with natural items. He's not about police brutality or pulling an Elon Musk or a pedophile.
Oh, God.
It's more by the books.
Oh, God.
Not afraid that you're right to fall away. Hi, I'm dating this ex-boyfriend of theirs. Not too pleased to hear him going for a car. He starts taking seriously when he sees that before death. Tony remains more skeptical. Wow.
Holy shit.
clown town. The horse is dead. The horse is likely still alive in the back. Our way, you stay fast. And so then you do it. She goes for less, so that's the done. Well, the class stuff. Clowns arrive. Our villainous shenanigans. Looks like a total puppet stop, like a upside puppet show at the Zebo. He thinks it's bullshit until it breaks out with special effects. And he's in love with the punched up TV show. I'll break out that fight. Despite the clown bird is taken hit to the ass awesome. Rudy gets in the monkey pit, giving the man of the clown. Not bad, clown. He goes inside the forest. Next time you see him, Rudy's moving. I can't. The pharmacist gets revived as a serious clown problem. And the clowns and Steve is both from. Where they go. Another clown named Fatso is a similar violent battleground. We don't actually see who this lady, but that premise tells us it's not the worst of the real. The pizza bit actually took dozens of things. This little thing that's enough. First, they had to pop the bomb about a lot of pizza boxes. And the puppeteer had to stick his arm through the boxes and the gun for it. Like that. How you do? One of 20 elements. One of them wasn't working. True. It's that kind of dedication. It's special. We made it work through, yeah. The thing that's continue to 40 guys just straight up to the no butt, no punch. That's what it says on the wall. The butt, the butt. And that's to stop its line, so 40 bounces back onto the scene with a pair of boxing gloves. What are you gonna do? Not my blah, blah. He takes his man head off like the flap of soccer, which turned one dude into Ron Simmons. One of my favorite things about the clowns is that they're funny, but they're straight up people too. It's no compassion for any. Bring a little girl with a come on, prevents the board. Don't go. Humans have a lot of experience with animatronics and puppets thanks to their working with. For killer clowns, though, they opted to focus on production. While they designed the clowns, like Aaron Houston animatronics, built by Mechanical Advisors White Rock, the so-called hero animatronics.
Hours of work, man. What's up, way up, dude? Yeah. We are just getting papers done. Shit. I didn't see anybody else on the tubes today. So, guess we're doing this. Oh, shit. How are we? Oh, shit. He thinks this is a town-wide conspiracy. Everyone's going in on a French brother. People don't like those guys. He gets a call from the pharmacist waiting about a fresh Prince file. Morning, dude, the guy starts screaming. Yeah, I'll smoke a bowl with y'all, eh? Yeah. Figuring out different designs here. Fucking around with backgrounds and clouds. Hell yeah. One minute here, I'll take a bong hit with y'all, eh? Shit, man. Sesh. Sesh. Yeah.
A group of people waiting at a bus stop. Slim.
Oh, alright. About the heck.
Drive by just in time to see Slim shadow ran the bus stop. Commandeered the police car to make a citizen of the blast, but Slim he hops out of the way. Sky went straight up. Big radio's moving for reinforcement, but the paranoid must still be traumatized by the time dealing with those favorite college clowns. The Looney Looney, like the decided the dam is split up and stop the Clancy brothers and the runaway ice cream truck. Then he drives to the station while Mike passes his friends to help him warn the town about the baby. The brothers Terenzi don't buy his store, but Mike gets them on board after saying they can swing back dead to it. She's got two beautiful the big boobs. Based on and named after fans of the Kyoto brothers in real life, but then the characters.
Yeah. Killer Clowns had some corny shit in them, man, but that's what made it enjoyable.
And Mike Tobacco was always a ladies' man as well.
Oh, shit.
Coming up with some of his dialogue himself. First, a two-time joke out there. And with his Wonderland. Also, stories speaking about Young, the Dumbo College. The plastic clown gang right on his parade. I said, what a time. Some of you in the police station pantomime. Whoa, jumps straight to the brutality again. Jesus, look at the body tape on this guy. He just sticks Dumbo in a cell. Mama told him where the boys meet with a grabs him, slams him against the bars. Or he's still pretending. Literally doing the way. What are you doing? Clown stop. He revives the follows up with the news. He discovers the bodies of Dumbo's two cells. The sacred death sentence. He also comes across this after the dead silent started moving turned into a puppet of the portion of my earlier line. Have yourself. But you're not going to make a dummy out of me. It ain't genuinely disturbing stuff. And the scariest part of the film, especially when Dumbo Dunham starts talking. Doesn't do it. Dumbo, big stupid clown now. No, I'm sorry. You heard the wheel going. Who keep the spinning lights on the walls? Is a fact that you're going to take the reflected light around the room. I think it's like something out of nowhere. I think finally manages to look at me. Up in the lens, they can cause a whole ass clown for them.
What the shit?
The clowns have already played 13 victims. Them tossed from a window and to a pile of line. One, there's back. Oh, 3 more separate and 3 living on the street who hoovered into the street. One guy almost survives by having another car. Tries to run. The guy, he's dead. This guy's back.
The hell? Fucking seriously? No, you have minute-long ads. Reclaim. Let's get it. Find the scissors. Yeah.
It's the pickup truck with decorated panels attached to it. It reminds me of when I turned my TOKES into a tank back in like 2006 for my first ever Battlefield 2 in real life. I'm James H. Oh man, I'm sure my friends and I were doing it. Glad I made it out to the other side. But trying to get the fuck out of God, I get popcorn problems are really beat up. You figure finishes her 2-at-form challenge, discovers those pearls are thrown into the fountain. The jack of the bastards try to take a flight out of her, but the aerosols them out of it. It's another the movie follows, but she puts her shower in the third kid. Sometimes enough time to get wet. Alas, she still gets warmed by snow. Just can't keep those leg warmers hard enough. They turn her into balloon girl. Come to pass the big killer. The thing that was piggybacked earlier on the phone. They took your wife away in the balloon? Well, you need the police, you need a psychiatrist. They give the real basic trick when people were turned into balloons or captured in balloons. It was simply a matter of compromise, using and putting, stepping out of frame, and the prop being brought in and put in a place.
Cheers, Sean.
A visual effect, one genuine his work, he puts on. He did plenty of other sound effects. Rotoscope ray gun beams and the spinning tornado. Concentrate. He also had the composite. No, just find what happened. Like the trends in the depth of the way. Big spots that towards the chase, and the no-time break was bumper to bumper car there. Big grabs a shotgun, pops the ice cream truck, and with a four-bar carnival, the mother got pounds and back. Oh, right! The present code carnival is played by the Santa Cruz organ. Same location. The rest of the present code. Outside Carnival's fun, the security guards found hospital. Don't send them pounds. They always bring me down. So cheapest clown card thing that parked over a false floor on a rope down. Clowns flying through. The doctor, decides lunch break. What are you going to do with those pies, boy? Clown stuff. I until he dies. That's wow. Yeah, go ahead for the cherry.
Cheers.
Eyes to the face, but I guess the executive producers final second. The ball threw a stroke of but forensics just can't help it. But again, I totally understand. They're like booby traps. The road moved down the stupid trap door into the McDonald's breakfast. Hey, they find a surprise for you. Architect. Oh, it's booby trap. I realize it's the defense circus tension of death. Just been moved to the boardroom. It's the storage by
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Woo. Oh. Woo. Holy shit. Goodness grievous. Let's see here. Wait.
want to put this
Hoi hoi.
the map too, but
Wait. Wow.
The resulting explosion was the whole station. I'll have 19 bombs throughout the
Shit.
saw 17.
Let's see here, right? Once again, just kind of doing this collab background, etching through here and seeing what all I can get layered down here.
Understand just went into a drop. The movie ends with about 3-5 or 2. How many victims fit inside the car's car bills? Let's find out. No.
Okay.
But sorry. Oh, hey, Sylvie. What are you here to do? God, fuck off.
What the shit?
234 killed. It's way more than the first time, thanks to Ted. The victims consisted of 16 male, 6 female, 1 male clouds, 2 female clouds, and whopping 189 unknown human balloon victims. That gives a bit of gun. It tastes like cotton candy or popcorn. Or for the 108 minutes, that office would kill on average 22.56 seconds. I'll give the movie song. Still to the point. It's not trying to get to that. What's to say? Where is constant? Literally. Also, all of a sudden, the language bill will go to 100 to had to pay for 6 times. And that's it. Comments from outer space is the least bit.
Okay, thanks.
The sequel. I'll cover it right away. Till then, HHB.
Good God. Find my pens. Holy shit.
The moment you get that full right to make it, walks up to 15 buckets, and really take the block and increase opportunity. So they have no problem for the put out the other place to walk into it. Thanks a lot for watching this video. This is the only round that we're going to be doing this. And it's been over a year since our last which I believe was Stream 4. I also think this is the longest time for the original episode. And all that, I might be wrong. I've been doing this a long time. I remember the first years I went, I felt stats. After a while, man, they just pile up so high. It's like, but I'm so glad to cover this one again. It's such a fun. And so many Dead Meat fans have it's so great concept. So hopefully with the game out, we can all enjoy this movie once again. Thanks, everyone. Be good people.
Yeah. What's up, fam? Alexis, how are we? Yeah. Just getting a little bit of work done here at the books. Let's see which one of my pens were. How are we? Yeah. Yeah, man. Just working a little bit in the books, seeing what's all going on with the afternoon. Put a little bit of food down, eh? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm doing stuff, though. Yeah. Hang on a minute, y'all.
neighborhood in Washington, D.C. that had a Pazuzu profit 15 years ago today. A flashback reminds us of how that ended for Father Harris. They reshot this amazing stair stuff so they could have a longer, unbroken take as opposed to the chopped up version of the original. Before Stuntman had to do a second take after he landed too close to the camera the first time. Harris's death weighs heavily on Father Dyer and Lieutenant Peter, who often thinks of his good friend. Memories ain't the only thing being stirred up. These church statues won't get Madonna grams, but they will get a gust of wind blowing it all around. Calm down, Wind, to wake up Jesus. During the opening credits, someone stalks through the streets in first person while breathing heavily. We don't know who they are yet, but the next morning, a body is discovered in the Potomac River. It's a local 12-year-old boy named Thomas King, who we saw operating the Spiller Roads. Later, Kinderman revealed ghastly details of Thomas' death. Killer killed and hated. Damn it, bro. He's not overkill. Boy, Bruce is like blasphemous too. Okay. Place his head with the headless head of Christ. They can't get any worse? Oh, no, blackface. Oh no. Since the Zodiac marking was found on Thomas's hand, Kinderman suspects the infamous Gemini killer was behind the murder. There's only one problem with that. The Gemini killer's been dead for 15 years. Wow. It's the Father Terrence. Get that right, guy. Oh. He said, good thing Kinderman's here to help cheer Dyer up. Anniversary. They might be able to cheer up when you go back. That's real nice, Bill. Unless someone looks out for you, too. He'll be honest and he gets depressed. Oh. Okay, yeah, that works. These two have a deep friendship with an annual movie night together. The first film established Kinderman as a fan of cinema when he invited Harris to the movie. Harris was never able to make that film. Out of all those things, so Kinderman transferred his friendship to Dyer. This was actually shown in the deleted ending of the first film, which was reinstated in 2002 release. Father Dyer. He wrote a film. Sure. Even though both roles have been recast, it feels like a genuine lived-in friendship that makes this first act fun to watch. Both actors are great at being grumpy old men. I was simulating games on Mars. Sometimes they answer. What did you say? Jesus loves you, everyone sings your answer. Father Dyer is played by Ed Flanders. Or credits include Salem's Lot. Kinderman is played by George C. Scott, who was a Firestarter and the Changeman, who returned to the genre for this film because he liked Black script. I think the problem with the writing is the hardest of problems. You're afraid to, on your power. This Kinderman has a more cynical edge than B.J. Cobb, but it makes sense with the end in mind. So it's pretty fun. It's not in the fire. First time the different Father Dyer settles into another board night stuff bar. The whole lady business question. Shitty comes all day. The little old lady across from me buys these strong that she's butchered 17 people. Standing around sounds like this. Pretty much confirms the butcher part. And even more confirmation. Bill's father Canada. The next morning, the police find what's left of it. Sliced up, escaping, and beheaded. But the glow. Most of this movie's deaths are off screen. They did film us with the dead priest holding his decapitated head like a football. And Buck Black cut it because he wanted to avoid spinning heads and gore, preferring to keep this movie grounded and suspenseful. It was a supernatural murder. A forensics team connects the father's body to Tom's entrance. The same paralyzing drug was found in both bloodstreams. The kid could be a little spoon while the killer was named. Kinderman thinks that means they were both killed by the same person, but the fingerprints found at the crime scene don't match each other, suggesting they were different things. Kinderman heads to the hospital, where Dyer claims he's getting routine checkups, despite his obvious case of death call. Still has better blood pressure than his buddy, though. Is everything all right, guys? We're fine. Kinderman's stress levels stay high, even when he's safety, because his ballerina Stone just got rosebud. Oh shit, is Rosary gets rosebuded too? Rosary buddy? It's frustrating because it's heaven, which I've always known it's a place where nothing ever happens. But this is the exact opposite. Because everything happens. This train station afterlife, music is playing, tarot cards are down, and cameos are made, including Samuel L. Jackson, New York Fit Patrick Ewing, Supermodel Fabio. What? The only saint of this film in an abandoned cement factory outside of Wilmington, North Carolina. It was filled out with map photography that Green Quest. He's worked with soon on the job. Thomas Gentry is here too. People back together at the back. Kinderman doesn't put the pieces together though. Finds Father Dyer locked the same affliction. Oh, I wonder if both of us are good. The pretty super speeds into a night where Dyer is getting ready to Kinderman wakes up to a call from the hospital. Overnight, someone never treated Father Dyer, just like all the others, but also drains the entire blood supply to bedside cups. Not drop spilled, except for the writing on the wall. It's a wonderful ride. It asks the nurse to Alex if it's gone. Going its usual smooth talk. No, not exactly. Not exactly. No, the sweet stuff. The word strong stuff. The only person Alex saw was Mrs. Billy, a psych worker. In Skinner, the invisible radio. It's a telephone. Oh, I'm sorry. A telephone. Oh, that's why we do it. Later, Brady was with the prince and found out Tyler's body. But he's a little old lady with dementia. You can't even kill her. No, they don't even keep her in the scary part of the hospital. What's this? It just doesn't make sense for there to be different killers since they were all working the same way. Tinkerman's been doing hand checks on the body, so it's a dirt field trip. And all three victims had the index finger on their right hand listed, astrological tattoo on their left palm. This was the calling part of the Gemini. But the thing is, that was never public knowledge. Anybody listening? So yeah, something fuck is going on. And it might be supernatural. Sponsor stopping, just like Father Larry saw on the first thing. And the local church, all of a sudden, is a statue of Saint Joker. Tinkerman turns to the church for help. The priest named Father Erie says the murders are connected to the exorcism of 75. Father Cannon is the one who okayed Paris to help them in meals. Father Dyer is obvious, close to the case in general. And Thomas Gintry's mother was the linguist who figured out that Reagan wasn't speaking in tongues. Take what really means. Which, again, still impressive to me. Tinkerman's called in for a meeting with Dr. Temple, the guy in charge of the mental hospital. Temple is so nervous about what he's going to say, he has to rehearse it right up until Tinkerman arrives. I love this scene and how much of a rat this guy is. Checking his notes while he's talking to Bill. He's so high strung, he's cheating on 2 cigs at once. Damn, man, gonna put him in a gravity ball next? Temple's talk concerns a patient with a disturbed or just came out of the coma for 15 years. Earlier, he heard this patient X pull out Tinkerman's name. Turns out that's not the most interesting thing this guy has to say. He says he's the Gemini killer. Tinkerman confronts the mystery. Realizes who he is. That holy shit it is. Patient X is none other than James. But he doesn't claim that. Instead insists it's James Bennett, Gemini, was executed 2 years ago. To prove it, he lists details of past crimes, but Tinkerman still doesn't buy it. Gemini killer is dead. First, patient X, they got the appearance of James Bennett. Just so you don't get confused, in reality, this is Father Harris's mind. Mr. Miller reprises the role from the original, and it's what the other characters if they looked at. But we, the audience, maybe Lieutenant Donovan, I'm not sure, did you see his true form? Fear of James Bennett, sounds inside. Donovan is played by Brad Dourif. Was the voice of Chuck, which appeared in the flash a few other times on the show. Originally, he was going to play the entire role himself. Prologue with Brett Hopkins and past Father Harris. After Dourif noticed Stipulated decided they wanted Jason Miller to help market the movie. Unfortunately, Miller was struggling with alcoholism, but came along the lines. There's thing called Black Women. When he came up with a solution to both actors, they called Dourif up and asked him to refilm these monologue episodes with 2 days' notice. He did it, but says he proposed the original tips that were never used. I personally don't like them. Well, I like the both of them. All due respect to Miller, but Dourif is fucking incredible. It's probably my favorite performance, though. Including his Oscar-nominated role in What Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Tinkerman researches some of the ramparts. A really cool light. Lovely shots looking up through the foreground. He checks out the Roman bridge. Same look shown in the first. In fact, it goes to the same page that goes over the Catholic rite of exorcism. Also, that God's Gladys novel is based on. Gladys wanted the film's title, did like the novel, but Fox insisted on using the exorcist as the marketing. Gladys was worried, perhaps like that it would hurt them because people would think of Exorcist 2. He was not alone about it. I was surprised the studio overrode it. Gladys had only directed one feature, but with a nice configuration. Also, kind of an exorcist. He followed that cocktail party after not the first, but included a lot of this and that. Gladys' direction in here is never good at this spot, which makes sense because they worked closely together on the first film. Lots of long static things and very set. I think it works for this. The hospital staff is working a late shift, setting us up for one of the greatest jump scares in all of horror history. Horror's keeping that the Red Cross scared off. But I don't know, the jump scare felt a little cheap. I don't think I call it one of the greatest jump scares. Oh, it's first keeping its head in one of the best laughing moments of the film. Later, we're told she slipped down the middle and had her organs removed. It's better stuff. Only this film went a step further. So insides were replaced with rosary, sewn back up and sacrilegious building. Why do you have to fight to keep the kind of still goods? An unused footage that got extra coverage just in case. I'm glad we didn't use any of this close-up. It would not have been as memorable without the long shot. What makes it work so well is unknown in hospital. So built on a soundstage to both their life. Unlike most film sites, the rooms and corridors were actually connected. Production designer Leslie Dilly gave the illusion of further depth, but forced perspective always occupied by little, just as doctors. As for the murder weapon, the pair of bone snapping shears that had no basis in actual medicine. They were a complete invention of assistant designer Baron Doctor. I'd have to design those shears. I don't know why anyone would do it. Really don't. Tinkerman arrives for another conversation with them because he wasn't ready to retire from the electric chair. There was still so much to do. There I was, in the void, without the body. The solution was to dump it in Harris's body. He was on the brink of death. He's been dormant because it took 15 years to regenerate Harris's brain cells. His brain was a joke. Yeah, wonder why. Possessing this priestly body is a favor of Benjamin's master disease. One to prevent exorcism of breaking the kingdom. I was obliged to set me a score. Wow. A thing. Instead of letting him die, it seems to have benefited his father Harris watched as they murdered him. On the other camera just holds on there for long unbroken shots, but it's slap up. Absolute gold stairs. Slip out the spot. The master was slipping in. Nobody tells Tigger from what happened with Dr. Temple. He was just found dead in his office. Oh, I'll never get the chance to finish reading all the stats in newspapers. The killer threatened the doctor with total pain. After a nervous rehearsal, Temple obliged to told Tigger to talk to Bennett, but he was eventually overwhelmed by guilt. The serial killer's soul, up or down, makes a match to Tigger and scares him. That is it, right? The last thing Bitterman says is that he's able to get out of the cell and kill to help an old friend. Bitterman realizes that liberating referring to all the old people about him, particularly Mrs. Quayle. Now, where the heck can she be? Oh, Spider-Gram, does whatever a Spider-Gram. I love this creepy shot. It's done so simple. I'm footage shot up upside down and right side up. Bitterman never sees Quayle up. Does find that Dead Harris is missing the uniform. Wait, is her cross going too? It's not right. He realizes that his soul has jumped into this. He's taking the nurse's outfit to escape the hospital. This is why all the fingerprints have been different. It's very evidence that body. Based on something Venom told him, their fingerprint this child is painted. Just like the just right. He can't explain by phone. Bill speeds home for breakfast of bed. Who exorcists school? When he gets there, he finds his loved one setting a place for the day. Does she staying for dinner or what? Lately, it seems okay for her. Before Venom, here's his true repentance. I didn't wait until you. Thankfully, granted him, but now some crazy reaction time. Wow. Venom swings around the fine road and almost chokes Bill to death, but something jolts his spirit back to the hospital. He was summoned back to his parents' cell thanks to Father Morning. Yeah, no, Father Morning. No, Father Morning? Not bad. I should have mentioned it. He was in a few earlier scenes, but in my defense, the entire disconnect from the rest of the film. Just even interact with any of the other characters. These scenes were part of a reason. He warned in that the studio decree demanded black and exorcism. That his exorcist movie. Father Morning is like security, which is why Susan takes control from that. The basics of the description haven't changed much. It's from the damn half down. The budget of Myra. This old pigment's got me tricked. The whole threading of the ones. Moving into the ceiling and killing him off. While on face. Damn, that's good. Dinnerman arrives just in time to see Father Morning. Dinnerman goes for a wood breakfast. I'm in the base. Let's be to the wall. He's a little belly around. Who's a good detective? Oh, you are. You are. Oh, funny. most likely they'll build it no doubt. And they're going to need at least one property from this affects Crazy Finale. With Fighter and Mike Cobras was another studio. Cost $4 million. Still months after the rest of them was finished with editing. They required a full-size crew. Put on 2 acts. Stuck for some performance inside. But not recorded. It's like the first working but also required to and the play parents. Like stopped out of Trump's top when he was made up. It was just watching they were like, they said, it's makeup. The body signed by Greg Camp. He's working for popping up a lot of stuff. The casting crew were unhappy about it. Much preferred like simpler original ending. George C. Scott, the studio versions of Madonna musical. That's supposed to be an insult. After seeing Vogue, we know that MTV hell over twine swallowed it. But still living Father Horn goes a hell there. He encourages Father Paris to fight for his soul. But since this is the last we see him, I'm going to put Father Horn on account. I still think he could survive all this. Paris complies, breaks the season with Benjamin spell for a moment. Think of it unbolted. Bring spot and soul. Thankful end. This has been put out of front. How many kills can you get from both piloted bodies from a padded cell? Let's find out the numbers. It wasn't there. Including finally catching up with Father Paris. The victims included 6 men and 2 women. The 1 ratio of these, and continues the franchise's strength of having 4 kills with 2 installments. With our time of 110 minutes, we had a kill on average of 13.75 minutes. I'll give the Golden Tips off for fewest kills first. Even though it's technically off screen, I know this skill alone is responsible for a lot of things. Modern media brings enormous into the witness skill with unmixed nerves and dead body.
Hang on, y'all. A couple of things I had to do.
This reviews and the middle and bottom. But it has gotten a lot more love in recent years. Society for that. That's a little expected. So, take these. But, if there is the 105 living war, so let me story about or sequel or some equivalent version of the whole original life. This is the story of a hardworking horseman.
Yeah, I had some things to do. I had a couple of things to do. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, Alexis, I'm sorry to hear that, son. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you're having a decent afternoon. Yeah. I've been getting a little bit of work here down at the campuses. What I got time to, that is. I do got to. Where's my bag of pens? Yeah. Look at some of my key products here.
Hope you enjoyed our little Exorcist trilogy guild. Again, we're going to skip the prequels and the recent one. Just want to explore other options on the show, and if there's an uproar for me to cover that, then I'll take that away. In the meantime, though, make sure you subscribe to our new channel, that sense. We've been out a couple of weeks, but that's where you'll find all non-kill count content. Next week, we're looking at Nope, which is my favorite horror movie of the 2020 so far. No, not everyone loved it, but it doesn't be a blockbuster movie. Time. Thanks, everyone. Be good people. Working in law enforcement,
And stage one.
I have to see the back end of it, and I'll keep it in here, but I want to see the front end of it. So I would say that anyone who's looking to further their career with GTO, take a leap of faith and just trust the process. Stepping from one career into the next. That purpose that I was looking for, GCU literally brought it front of them. GCU was able to give me all the help and career to graduate and try to get my goal. National Mark, service, it makes customer service easier for confidence. Welcome to Field County, the victims and all our favorite horror movies, and so how they were made. We got a special one for you today, folks. We're looking at Hello There, Prom Night 2, the insane 1987 standalone sequel to Prom. It's 7 years after the first film, horror had changed a lot. Halloween-inspired smoke-based films of the house. After the full friends were in, slashers started having more supernatural. But Prom Night was very weird. Maloney is on. Burned to death at her prom in 1957. 30 years later, the possessor of modern victim named Dick goes to the same high school. It's like a moment in myself. They didn't handle the prom. Which is literally the only linking factor between the two. And turns out that was just a coincidence. This was originally written as a movie called The Haunting of Hamilton High. After production was over, they could stick in the prom night without selling more tickets. The background sequel subtitle possibly further for it out, which is a shame. He's the horror. Like whack, but that's it's only thing that we're protected to. And of course, the best solid kills too. Let's find out how many. But brave soldiers are doing their part to go back. Soldiers like Count Officer Dave Didnt. I'm taking preventative measures to improve the air water. It's a big problem. And that's not all. The public stuff the word I think. Others before that unwanted male have fault. That's right. They know that they can wear their hair out. Break into all the street patterns. Including those have to be approved their body. Don't forget the Mr. M.R.A. that works together. School story. No, but that's puppets in that song? No, that's the title card. It's 1957 and it's high school during prom. Wait, under one too long. I don't know what I'm doing with Barry Below. So he's down on heartbroken this one episode backstage. This one Cooper with the shots. I don't want to get ducked. Barry Below is okay with that. It's not time to switch the album. This line is another accidental link to the first film. It's not going to go. It will go on. Third and fourth movies as well. Third movie's Ron. He's like for a Harry. He's got a big spot that heads to the rafters with a smoke bomb. Remember the events of smoke? There was the Willow. Smokes are like a Thanksgiving turkey. By Harry from Billy Madison. Damn, that's good fire stuff. Going by stuff from Rusty Monroe. Billy cries out and funny cracks on the ground. But the leader, Barry Below. Later, Hamilton has seen big confidence over to have their own members of Congress. But her own religious mother, they were the benefit of dreadful. Not like they don't the best school around. How would I like this boyfriend? a lawyer in Sydney. But also in some philosophy. His dad is a person. Just like being friends with the Lord. Principal dads don't go out Billy Dolan. Accidentally, but they're the players interesting. Oh, yeah. Because the field sentences. But about people white-eyed scanner like the lions. Just a year at the top of the this it needs a dress and then run to the her opponent, the sauce of danger, no enemy. And yet, not really perfect.
This movie was another fucking for one.
John Waters referenced the British friend Monica Brown. Directed with director Todd Brown, referenced the British friend Jeff Brown, one who which the most made that. Just sounds making the ticket school thought closet for Brussels. The Brussels ain't all that Brussels down. Now, Trump, too. Come on. Wait, what's the title again? Oh, that's right. Hello, there. Inside the Trump is very distinct Brown. Round up with the other 55 just fine. Some guy got a friend that the ghost the only person he's gonna have to deal with. Just 6 late at school that day. What the feelings out there. I'm proud of it. But the best puts out the Jews buried in his ground. When he starts playing a 50s team, things start going fuck off. Old-timer Phillists, for whatever reason, not but they were profit. They got it. Otherwise, very spirit things up for death. Just the body is found the next door. For death is suicide. He didn't tell it to us.
It seems to be going. Maybe you should take the coach and just. You shut your fucking mouth, bitch.
What that line reading?
Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
I thought I said it. I think I thought it.
Ron Queen and Simon. When this happened, so don't open like yourself with guests about that the cemetery. I don't know. Perfect interventions or the cafeteria. Those are the future.
Good stuff.
The hallways. As I've seen in the water. That's good. The roof. People with the pools here. But come on. Going back to the school. Look at this fucking tiptoe. What's this deal? What the hell is stuff? You know what the holy hell is out of sync for food? You want to try a second date player? It's thinking I with a volleyball. Then he goes straight to another like that. It's full of kind of freaky girls change very good names. Bonafide spider-web volleyball. You know that thing Mary Lou? It's so long to recall how that fellow cracked out Mary Lou's face. You know you're in some. He goes to confession during an earlier the real one. Wow, and like the food of the fornication.
Many times. Many times.
Modern day prince to a 50. Grown up buddy Cooper, who was with Mary Lou backstage tonight to die. Mentions her of this station about our buddies. Out to the brain away. I don't know, man. It's brain, people fucking horse from the other side. As Vic watches her self-portrait from his Mary Lou, it's get a little poltergeist. No, a little bit like this. She drives to the stage, but her horse says, it's your boy burnt out. The mirror goes off the good sun, but she shuts that shit down with an skate out of her. Vic goes to the cemetery. His Mary Lou's body was watched. Father Buddy finds him. After she runs off, it's not a country that I think. It's a priest. The king of the land tells Mary Lou's soul, says, a bit, but this is going to take more than some body of Christ to balance it. In her gravestones, like Bible on fire, which is serious. Father Buddy goes to the principal Bill. He says he feels just as guilty of Mary Lou's death as Bill. I set her on fire. So, pretty sure that's not. But he said Mary Lou is not that incredible thing. And he goes up to the Billy, and that's it for Billy to stop it. So, what, Mark? You're about to bust. That's why Bill goes, oh, don't hurt me, I'm standing. Don't. Yeah. With class today, Helen joined the third group. I was a regular Gibson, or another half of another period of Texas stuff. I'm speaking with hands to the stretching software, and thankfully don't fit at the front of what time. Last day was $6. But the balls in the blackboard side, this was a special built set on the floor, so chemistry down. It took them 5 5-second sequence. It's the wall. So it's indoors. So it was the guy who designed the play. It was fun. He also played for it, but stretched out the wall above Nancy's bed and designed the Stamets wall without a back. I guess that the chalkboard put this. When chalkboard every time is all said and done, things no longer look at big. Look at all play and more than very little. That's not things that what you have said, though. After the confession was spelled, very less unfinished profit. I'm letting you know this year's thing alone plus walls and baskets. She takes it away and fills it with the off screen. And the camera. Finally, God, I'm gonna run close. They better do it. I'm press like that. So they upside. Like you don't very good. It's the break. Inappropriately touches her flat. Oh, I didn't that for less. This is a power of whatever. Gives him a bit of fight for now. That's it for now. So he'll get a real good death face. What? Never see him again? It's not speak French, though.
Not good. I use those in my base kind of liners. Yeah, man. Alright. Yeah, cool work.
Once the comes to fly, thanks to the power of Meanwhile, now near. 8 myself assembled to defeat the night war. Save the ground from closing of liquidation. Dare to stand against the fool. Oh.
Yep.
They're very Monica. Also about the block. Monica thinks that's what. Yeah, funny introductions. Nonsense. Houses. That was pretty memorable even as a kid. Because the slumber party massacre showers simply because of how long they take up to run by and walks around fully nude. I know the word great is overused for performances, but come on, this is great. And he sells her possession. Go that line and got to be able to form hospital in the shape of water. Good for her. Move along, it's not the only reason to stand back. It also ends on a form tail after Monica hides in the box. Rock bothering down from rock man. Oh, listen, what? So good. All murder and bother. They're legal looking for the Prince they've gone. Widespread that state for decent, true press. And if the choking didn't make it obvious, outright admits to being thinking about. Wait, whoa. What is this shit? Off person right there, Billy's. With a warning next time, believe. When the choking spread out, Harry Lou approaches his dad in his office. Billy realizes it's Harry Lou inside the spot, which gets him paid like the rocket. No. What the fuck was that? No. By the line side. You comment too. That's right. The two. But when it starts saying you have to go find 50 million, not a hold on. That's not what this is. Honestly, maybe it was at home sticker for rocket forces now. It's Papa Benson. He's come prepared for what's about to happen. It's the person he and his daughter's father is about to scar this man for life.
Kill count, man. What a series. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Holy shit.
I'm going to do too much bigger from the can. Like, dude. Sometimes a little. References, yes. But it's so sucks. Wasn't the first thing you've done then. It's also really important. It only happens if you're an older. That's not because you saw a top producer who you also need to help write and direct. Seems like a lot of people wrote and directed their Stinson, writer Ron Oliver, and director Josh is in charge of the electronic book. Things that they tell you. Thanks for after she's done, took its back to her date. It's a big old fix. I don't know what's under that dope, the quality of the kind of the girl. It's a problem. Oh my god, it sounds so bad. It's a problem. It's all it goes. But just no one's not gonna win. Jackson to appear by cable. They're right. His eyes take over his type of thing. Oh man, that's what that takes.
Alright. Working my way along with the background. Cloud structures. It'll take me a couple hours if I keep getting down to this. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Plan on. There. Here we go. Yeah, one more. And the whole thing with clothes. We go back to here.
And who, by the way, is just as gorgeous as these decades later. What is the secret? Let's compare to what the most straight falls apart. He broke heavens still, but the white falls and stabs her in the chest. He's gone. He finishes becoming very rude. Then he gets to the door. His father and himself. For a second. Don't say. Sort of private. Couple of unheavily books of jobs. That's her soul. School, but all the way back to a show. So that's dancing with the young Billy back. The top strength son, the bread is so strong. That's what the real means the movie can be done. Here for the first all right, correct, folks. Oh, wait, no. We got to the first thing get the back of the car. I got the
Yeah, I bet y'all. Be back, eh? Stay lifted. Much love, yeah. Peace.